you all are doing fine. I am Richa Sharma and welcome to my channel Grow with Richa. I'll give you a brief introduction about myself so that you know the strategies and the information you are getting is from a credible source. As I have told you, I am Richa Sharma. I am born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh. I am a computer science graduate and have more than 2 years of experience in data analytics field. I am a recent MBA pass out and soon to be a management consultant. I have already created a part 1 of this CAD preparation series. If you haven't checked that out, the link is in the description box. So in the part 1, I ended up the video while discussing the step 1, which was practicing and clearing the basic concept. Let's deep dive into individual sections for this strategy, and I'll pick up quant first. Okay, so those of you who are afraid of quant, let me tell you clearly that there is nothing to be afraid of. It's simple mathematics from class 6th to 10th. What you need is the organized practice sessions along with some of the strategies which I'll be telling you today. Okay, second point, the tips and the strategies which I'll be sharing today is curated from my own experience, and as well as I have talked to a couple of my friends who have scored more than 99 percentile in quant. So that is a mixture of all those strategies. So watch this video till the end so that you get the maximum benefit out of it. Now coming to the strategies, and this is a very important point. I personally feel that students get overwhelmed with a lot of strategies. See, there is no point of following a strategy if you cannot implement in your daily practice sessions and eventually in your exams. So follow few basic strategies, but make sure you implement those while you're practicing daily. Even if it's for 1 hour, you have to implement those strategies. Here are some powerful strategies. Implement these in your daily practice sessions and see the result. Strategy 1. Prioritize the topics for practice in the quant section based on their weightage in CAT exam, that is the number of questions from that particular topic and their difficulty level. What this helps you do is, first, you'll cover a major chunk of the portion in the start of your practice sessions, and second, it will make sure that you are not going to miss any easy or moderate level question if it comes in the exam from that particular topic. On the screen, you can see topics, the expected number of questions, and their difficulty level. So you should start with the topic which has higher number of questions and moderate or easy difficulty level. So in this case, I recommend you to start with algebra because it has decent number of questions and moderate to difficult level. After this, you can go for number system in basic arithmetic, which again has high number of questions and the difficulty level is moderate to difficult. Okay, then you can go for geometry and mensuration. So you need not go for these topics together. I would recommend go for geometry first and mensuration a little later, because what happens in case of mensuration is it's more of formula based than concept based. So you can memorize this formula and it will be easier for you to solve mensuration. But in other case like geometry, you need to apply the concepts also, right? Then after this, you have done a big chunk of the portion, then you can go for other easier topics like PNC, profit loss and discounts, or time, speed and distance, and after this you can cover the rest of the topics. So this should be a strategy for attempting the sections. Second strategy, do not memorize the formula and short tricks without understanding the basic concepts. It is highly imperative for you to understand the basic concept. And why? Because it might happen the question that comes in the exam or in your mock test would not fit the standard template formula which you might be using, and you will be stuck in that case. So therefore, understand what goes behind that concept, and if the formula doesn't fit, how you can either modify that formula or solve a question with the fundamental method. Let's understand this with an example. A container contains 50 liters of milk. From this container, 10 liters of milk was taken out and replaced by water. This process is repeated one more time. How much milk is now left in the container? So you might have something called as the replacement method or replacement formula to solve this type of question directly. For example, here in this case, the formula goes like final or reduced amount of A equal to initial amount of A into 1 minus amount being drawn out in each operation divided by total amount raised to power n, where n is the number of times the replacement has been done. So putting the values, you can easily get the answer. But before going into this formula or this replacement method, you should always understand the fundamentals. For example, in this case, the original milk quantity was 50 liter. After first replacement, milk quantity was 40 liter and water was 10 liter. So milk ratio becomes 4:5 and water ratio becomes 1:5. Now coming to the second replacement. Since the 10 liter of milk, which was a mixture of water and milk, was taken out, the actual quantity of milk taken out would be 10 liter into 4 by 5, which is the ratio of milk in the mixture, which goes equal to 8 liter, right? So the quantity of milk left would be 40 liter, which was before second replacement, the quantity of milk minus 8 liter, the quantity of milk which is taken out, 32 liter. So now you know how this formula was derived or how in general the concept works. Third strategy, mental maths. Do not use calculator in your practice sessions because in CAT exam you'll have online calculator which is very slow. Instead, start developing your mental maths and speed maths ability from today. So as on the screen you can see, I have a list of the fractions from 1 to 25. Then there is square, cube root, square roots. Similarly, you can get the tables for 1 to 25. Just take a printout of these things and stick in whatever area you study, either in front of your work desk, on your cupboard, and while you are practicing, just refer to this value. Okay, and this way you'll eventually end up memorizing them without just sitting and memorizing them. Now coming to speed math. Speed math is nothing but doing math in a more simplistic manner. For example, if you want to calculate 23% of 2437, either you can do by simple method like 23 into 2437, which will take some time. Now, to reduce the time for this calculation, what you can do is calculate 10% of 2437, which is very easy, 243.7. Now, 20% would be just 243.7 into 2, which goes to 487.4. Now, you have to calculate 3%. So, to calculate 3%, first calculate 1%, which is again 24.37. And then to calculate 3%, you have to multiply 24.37 into 3, which is equal to 73.11. Now just add 20% in 3%, which will come out to be 560.51. This is the most common and efficient trick for speed math. For other tricks, you need not sit down and memorize them or practice them separately. I'll recommend an app which is called Speed Math by Mangoosh. So that has different sections for speed math categories like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Whenever you are having spare time or you do not want to study and just relax, you can open that app and go to any section and it will give you some tips for speed math. That is very fun to go through those tips, and at the same time you can practice in the app also. So this way you will get to know how to do speed math and as well as practice there just in your spare time. Strategy 4. Try solving a particular question with multiple methods wherever applicable. If you feel a particular question can be solved in more than one way, Try all those ways while practicing. This will help you figure out which of these methods takes least amount of time to solve a question in the practice session itself. So while you're giving the mock and finally in CAT exam, you know the best and efficient method, and hence you'll end up saving some time in those questions. So in nutshell, there are 4 strategies. First, pick up the topic according to their weightage and difficulty level. Second, which is very important, understand the basic concept and just do not memorize the formula in the short trick. Third, practice speed math and mental maths from now. Fourth, try doing a question from multiple methods wherever applicable. So these are some of my strategies which will help you in your practice sessions and eventually in your CAT exam. If you found this video useful, subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment down below with any of the queries you have regarding con section or MBA preparation in general. You can just comment down below. I'll reply to those. Please subscribe to the channel because it will help me make more such videos for you. Thank you. See you soon. Tada.